MLB The Show just released a huge announcement about the All-Star Home Run Derby MLB Draft Content coming to Diamond Dynasty in the next few days. And you are not going to want to miss it. Let's talk about it. Leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoy the content. And let's go. So today we got a brand new blog at theshow.com detailing everything we're going to see between Team Affinity, Home Run Derby content, collections, some of the first 99s in the game outside of like Ted and Roger Beltran and whatnot. Let's talk about it. So 90 plus cards in Diamond Dynasty are coming into the game between this Friday and next Wednesday. That's a ton. And right here we get our first look at what All-Star cards are going to look like. A sneak peek at Elly De La Cruz, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and Paul Skeens. I like the card art. I think it looks good here. Of course, seeing some 96s and 97. My guess, my pessimism in me was thinking 95. 96 up to 97. Again, like the previous Team Affinity, some of them are a little bit different. This looks good. I'm definitely intrigued by that. That is top class. And these are just the Team Affinity cards. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second here. But Elly De La Cruz and Paul Skeens, two of the cover guys, are also All-Stars. They're the lone All-Stars of their teams, except Andrew Abbott is now an All-Star. But obviously they didn't know that when they made the stuff, so this is what we're going to get. And then Vlad in the middle as well. I think those are three really fun cards. And again, that is just scratching the surface here. That is just the baseline of the content that we're going to see. And this here is pretty cool. You get a free All-Star player of your choosing within this pack that'll be out in the store. Just pick it up, redeem your free voucher, and boom, you've got yourself an All-Star. Like, literally. Free, as in there's no time commitment at all. If you can press a couple of buttons, you're going to be able to get this done, which is cool. Now, if you have all the vouchers, you can pick a All-Star Deluxe pack, which has even different cards in it, which is also pretty cool. Now, you might be asking, what exactly are All-Star vouchers? Remember, that is how you unlock cards like the Elly De La Cruz, like the Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Go into Team Affinity, look at the My Journey programs. We'll head over to the Toronto Blue Jays, and you see right here, that is their All-Star voucher. Once you get to here in the reward path, you redeem this, and you're able to get that 97 Vladimir Guerrero Jr. As simple as that. There's no moment challenges, no missions. If you have the voucher, you will have Vladimir Guerrero Jr., again, as long as you can press a couple of buttons. And you see that right here. So on Friday, this Team Affinity column is going to be available within the collections. And that voucher you can take over and put it in and redeem the player. You see another reveal. This is Jacob Wilson, 96 overall. He's getting a card from the Sacramento, the Athletics. So it's really as simple as that. Get the voucher, get the player. So looking at the game here, you want to get as many of those vouchers as you possibly can. I think I have about 20 currently, and the way to get them is just by progressing here. There's different missions, different tasks. The big one being the PXP mission with the Color Store player. You get 150,000 Team Affinity points by getting a parallel 1 on whatever Color Store player that team's is. And there's no doubt in my mind that there's going to be other things they're going to put into the game by Friday. I think there's going to be other missions that are going to help catch people up, because if you got the game a little bit into the cycle, or if you just don't play with that team quite as much, it is pretty unrealistic that you're going to get up to this voucher, and it would be very hard then to work up and get to that All-Star card. They've been vocal, and I've heard from them that they want to get these cards in the hands of players, so hopefully they're able to do even a bit more to help speed up the process and get people these cards, because they want to use them. And to me, this shows exactly that. You getting a free voucher of your choosing, whichever team's All-Star you can pick up. Just go to the shop on Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Boom, you're ready to go. So I am a fan of that. Now, they also talk about collections here, which we knew was going to be a part of this. And we're going to have 98, 99 overall All-Star players, packs, and more. So that includes the Team Affinity content. That includes, I would assume, what is in that Premier, Ultra, and Deluxe packs as well. Culminates all together to some 98s and 99s. Maybe Judge, maybe Ohtani, maybe one of those big All-Stars. Of course, those were the two leading fan vote getters. Either way, this is sure to be expensive, LAC collection, but again, hopefully they do something to help mitigate that cost, like they've done a bit better job as of late. And then they also talk about MLB Draft and Home Run Derby collections as well. So MLB The Show, the collection, 25, holds true. But there is a lot of other stuff to be excited about. That isn't just collections. So we'll talk about that as we get through it. Team Affinity, like we talked about, all the vouchers right there. Let me know in the comment section quickly. How many of the vouchers do you have? Do you have all the vouchers? Do you have none of the vouchers? How are you looking ahead of Friday's content drop? It's definitely an interesting way of going about things. I do appreciate the fact that for a lot of these teams, like I said, I think I've got about 20 of the vouchers. You just get the card. You're off and running. Kind of reminds me of MLB The Show 21, where it was very quick and simple. You did basically an exchange, and you got that DeGrom. You got that Trey Turner, the Nick Castellanos. So those great cards we look back fondly on, they were easy to obtain and very good. And I think that's what we're going to see here too. So combine that with the fact that hopefully if you're not quite there, it won't be too difficult to bridge the gap. I'm very optimistic with the Team Affinity. So once again, that's how that's going to work. You get the voucher, you go and exchange it, and you're going to have yourself the card. That plain and simple. Now, single-player modes, they also do talk about a Diamond Quest, a mini-season, and a Showdown are coming in to earn even more players. So it sounds like there's going to be exclusive content once again within those modes, which is nothing new. They've been big on that all year. I know not everybody's big on playing Showdown or mini-seasons or even Diamond Quest, but at least the DQ cards will be on the market. Mini-seasons and Showdown, probably not. That is something I would like to see. Just open the possibility. If you don't want to play a Showdown, it doesn't completely lock somebody out of getting that content. I would like to see that going forward because I hear a lot. People just, they don't like Showdown. They don't like playing through a whole mini-season. All about options here. And there's also the Moon Shit event too. Great. Event rewards, please. Predictions is pretty big. Now, I kind of forgot about this back in the day, but they did used to have predictions. I think MLB The Show 18, you could predict the Home Run Derby. And that is coming back here. You can get this in the store on Friday and ahead of the Home Run Derby, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 Eastern, when the Derby starts. You get to pick what you think is going to happen. And you can earn some rewards there. They don't exactly say what, but this is the format that you've got. So in round 1, you pick who's going to win. Now, they only show 3 players here, Acuna, Cal Raleigh, and James Wood. I'm sure that's just the 3 that were, hell, even right now, we don't have all the contestants. Byron Buxton and Oneil Cruz have been added to the fray, so we're still waiting on 3 more players. All of them will be there. But Acuna, Raleigh, James Wood, pick who you think is going to win the Home Run Derby. Then you get to choose who's going to hit the most home runs in a single round, who will hit the longest home run in the Home Run Derby. And then finally, who do you think will win the All-Star game? Either the American League or the National League. I think this is a lot of fun, personally. I love when they do stuff like this. It just combines watching the sport and playing the sport within the game. Remember Madden Ultimate Team back in the day? They used to have weekly picks. You got to choose every single game, and you would earn coins based on how many you got right. I think it's a great idea. I love they're doing this. So once again, I have absolutely no clue what you get if you get these right. I would assume stubs and packs. That's typically the cop-out. It would be cool if you picked like Cal Raleigh to win the Derby, and you know they're going to release probably a 99 Cal Raleigh. What if you got Cal Raleigh? I think that would be really cool. I almost guarantee that's not going to be how it works, but would be awesome if that was the case. Packs, of course, it was only a matter of time until we got to this section. The 2025 All-Star Pack and the Deluxe, Premier, and Ultra Variety will feature even more 2025 All-Stars. These packs will be in the place of the Choice Pack again. They've just been going this route all year. Very clear that this is their preference. It is somewhat... It's just a tiered pack without the choice. They said, screw you, you don't get to pick. You're stuck with whatever we gave you. Like it or shut up. So I'm guessing this is an opportunity, like the Athletics got Jacob Wilson. Their only other All-Star is Brent Rooker. This is an opportunity. Maybe they would put out a Brent Rooker. Don't know exactly how many cards would be in here. Really unsure. The Blue Jays, they had Vlad for the Team Affinity card. Maybe Alejandro Kirk is in here. I'm guessing they're current All-Stars. So they actually go on to say that right there. Good reading comprehension, Gomer. So Friday's on the beginning. That is the stuff we're going to have on Friday then. So we're going to get the Home Run Derby predictions, the Team Affinity stuff, Diamond Quest Mini-Season Showdown. We're going to have the packs out as well, and then you're going to see the overall collection. So all of that is separate, and then we're going to see more stuff for the Draft, the Home Run Derby, and the All-Star Game. Now, they also are going to have a attribute update this Friday as well, so if you guys are investing on that roster update, chance to hit home there. Also, July Spotlight Drop number 1 is also going to come into play. And on top of it, double XP, double PXP until July 16th, until that Wednesday, when most of this content subsides. So, great. Looks really good. Friday should be a juicy drop, 100%. Sunday, so MLB Draft Day, is where we're going to see the first bit of live content. Of course, they've had draft content since MLB The Show 23. That was the Paul Skeens, Dylan Cruz draft, that those guys, Walker Jenkins as well. Once again, they're going to do that, and they claim that this is going to be the most real-time content drop they've done yet. That you're going to get the top 5 picks in the game right after pick number 5. I'll believe it when I see it. They're notorious for these live drops being pretty late, but regardless, it sounds interesting. And then another pack. These are time-limited, mind you. Time-limited choice packs in the game coming in following pick number 5 and pick number 25. So they might have almost the whole round. They do say the most MLB draft picks in any MLB The Show title. So it sounds like they've really gone a bit above and beyond to get these guys in the game. I'm sure they're going to look like aliens because they don't do face scans for them. But at least their name will be in there, even though their image and likeness, not so much. But these packs are going to be in the game. So these are both time-limited, the top 5 pack, and then the mid first round. And then there's going to be an overall 2025 MLB Draft Choice Pack in the show shop with content over the 30 picks. So 2 time-limited ones and then 1 overall, I suppose. I don't really know outside of you needing to play with, let's say, Ethan Holiday right away, what the point of having time-limited packs here is, but that is how they're planning on it. A little confusing, though. But yeah, lots of draft content, and a draft program is also coming out as well, alongside a Conquest. They did that last year. They had that Gerangelo Cinche, the switch pitcher, which was definitely pretty interesting. And this is going to be more, I assume, exclusive once again. Probably have a chance to earn one of these packs within that program. You're going to collect these draft players to earn a 99 overall reward in the 2025 draft collection, which is interesting because I'm guessing it is not the number 1 overall pick, because he would be in the pack. So are we going to get like a famous number 1 overall pick? Let me know in the comments who you think that might be. And also, very cool here, roster update featuring the 2025 draftees Sunday evening. So that's awesome for franchise. They've definitely done better in recent years about that. Before, they didn't have any of this stuff. They didn't even have full minors. You had to hope that write-in rosters would come out and do the roster update for the minor leagues and whatnot. It's good that base rosters, they've got these top prospects, so it's right and easy to go as soon as you boot up the game. I like that a lot. And there's going to be even another roster update on Monday featuring more draft picks. I don't think every draft pick will be in there. That just has not been how they've operated before, unless they have the new rights deal where they got all of these players. It's difficult because you've got, ranging from high schoolers and college players. I don't know exactly everything that goes into it, but I doubt every draftee. I don't know if a fourth-round pick is going to be in the game necessarily. But there's also an All-Star Week prediction pack from the show shop. That's just talking about the Home Run Derby again. Okay. Following the conclusion of the Derby, you'll be able to redeem your prediction vouchers in either the winning voucher or the losing. So even if you guess wrong, you still get something. We love a good participation trophy, huh? Alongside the prediction collections, pick up the Home Run Derby Choice Pack. Play through the 2025 Home Run Derby program. So a pack and a program. We like to see that. And a collection, of course. So I am curious, Len, because this year they're more collection heavy, these like mid-tier collections. Previously on MLB The Show, like 22, 21, 20, everything before, any of this stuff will be in packs. And now it seems to be collection heavy. So I'm wondering then, if Acuna wins the Derby, is he going to be in a collection or is he going to be in a pack? It also mentions that 6 of the participants will be getting cards. I'm wondering if that's because the Twins, for example, their only All-Star is Byron Buxton this year. So he's going to get the Team Affinity card. So they would be releasing another Home Run Derby card for him like 2 days later, which is interesting. I wonder if that means maybe a Cal Raleigh's coming in Team Affinity. Maybe Acuna for the Braves, for example. A couple things to read into there. I would bet that is probably the case. Maybe James Wood. I think that's probably likely, is they just don't want to double up, give guys 2 cards within the span of 2 days. But again, not really sure how this is all going to work. Historically, they've always just put out the winner as like the top end. He's the rare round reward within this choice pack. It might be the collection now, unless they go a retro Home Run Derby winner in the collection, which could be pretty fun. I think maybe a Griffey. Maybe put out like a 99 Griffey in the collection for getting all the guys from the pack. Hopefully, again, there's ways to get these packs within the game. But that, I'm just reading off the screen here. And then the All-Star game, we've got an All-Star event. Cool. And then there's going to be an All-Star game program and a pack as well. Or maybe not. The All-Star Game program will be released sometime after the All-Star Game. That means 2 in the morning, essentially. In addition to a 2025 All-Star Conquest map and earn the 2025 All-Star Pack and more. So they might not have like an All-Star Game thing. I mean, they've always put out a pack for the top performers in the All-Star Game. Maybe that's not happening this time. Not exactly sure the way you read into that. But and then on Wednesday, you've got the Weekend Classic that we were talking about yesterday. Just 8 days, barely over a week later, another Weekend Classic is coming in. I'm going to be gone pretty much that whole weekend, so I will have no time to play. It ends Monday. I am gone until Monday, so unless I can squeeze in 6 games from when I wake up Monday morning to 11 a.m. Pacific, that is going to be a difficult task. Double XP will continue through Friday, July 25th, and the multiplayer program will receive a new wave of missions. That we knew as well from yesterday. So double PXP, big bulletin here. If you like PXP, there's double PXP on until the 25th. Like, starting Friday for 2 weeks, essentially. Like 14 days of double PXP. And then finally, looking ahead here after all of this, because there's going to be a little bit of a hiatus after, this being such a big drop. On the 25th, the 6th inning program is coming in. another weekend classic. July spotlight programs return, of course. We've got a few days off of the MLB season. There's not really too many games to get spotlight cards from. Spotlight programs, Hall of Fame Sunday on July 27th. I'm curious. Last year, we got the cards for Mauer, for CC Sabathia, and for Mauer, for Beltre, and Todd Helton. I'm curious if we're going to get one for CC Sabathia, Billy Wagner, Dave Parker, of course, who's being inducted this year too. I'm not going to hold out any hope for Ichiro. I just do not think it's going to happen. If you want to believe, go ahead and believe, but your dreams will be crushed. I hate to break it to you. And so that is what we've got. A lot of news. We got to see some of the cards from Team Affinity, confirmation on how to get them, and a detailed layout of how things are going to work. To be honest, I'm excited. This is the premier drop of Diamond Dynasty. I always talk about these sports games that are card collecting modes. Like Madden, I haven't played Ultimate Team in many years, many moons. Like 2018 was my last year. It always was not the Super Bowl that was the peak of the content. It was probably Christmas or so that really got up to the heights. In Diamond Dynasty, I feel it isn't the World Series. It's mainly All-Star. That's like the peak of summer, right smack dab in the middle of the season, right in the middle of July. And that's when you see a bunch of the fan favorites come out. This is a big opportunity. This is a big drop, and I really hope that they succeed here. I like the looks of things from Team Affinity, making them a little bit higher overall. The big thing, in my opinion, is just making sure these collections are not overbearing. Don't stuff the best and most interesting and compelling cards in near impossible to complete collections. That would be a bit of a killer, not going to lie. So I have hope that from what we've seen in the past, they're going to feature these packs in the programs that they detailed here, and you're going to have opportunities to get them. The cards might be expensive, like the #1 overall draft picks, but we've also seen, for example, a recap program, which will come on Wednesday. They don't talk about that here today, but the past 2 years, we got a recap program on Wednesday where you could earn at the end a guaranteed draft pick pack. So you could pick like the #1 pick. You could pick Paul Skeens. You could pick Travis Bazzana last year. I don't see that this year, which is a little disheartening. We'll see. They might just be looking at going about things a different way this year. I don't know. Going in optimistic. Hopefully I don't get my dreams crushed. But let me know what you guys think about the All-Star drop. Again, content begins on Friday, and then it's going to go real hot heavy until Wednesday when everything is going to settle down. Has the makings for an outstanding Midsummer Classic there in Atlanta. You got the Home Run Derby looking like a good field. The All-Star Game rosters look really great as well. I'm excited. This is a great time to be a baseball fan. Excellent time to be an MLB The Show fan as well. Thank you for watching this one as always, and I'll catch you on the next one.